Did you know that the average home garden can contain up to 10 times more chemicals per acre than a conventional farm? That's a startling fact, isn't it? Our gardens, those little patches of green we cultivate with love, are often teeming with chemicals. These not only affect the health of our plants and soil, but they can also have far-reaching impacts on our own health and the environment. But don't despair. There's a better way to grow our food. Organic gardening. Organic gardening is a method of growing plants without synthetic fertilizers or pesticides. But it's more than just avoiding chemicals. It's about growing food in a way that's harmonious with nature. When we garden organically, we embrace biodiversity. This means inviting a variety of creatures into our gardens, from birds and bees to beneficial insects and worms. It's a symphony of life, all working together to create a balanced ecosystem. Additionally, organic gardening is a boon for soil health. By enriching our gardens with compost and other natural materials, we nourish the soil and create a fertile ground for our plants to thrive. And let's not forget the human element. Organic gardening reduces our exposure to potentially harmful chemicals. It gives us the peace of mind that the food we grow and consume is as pure and healthy as it can be. So, how can you start your journey towards organic gardening? Let's find out. Starting an organic garden doesn't require a lot of space or specialized knowledge. With a dash of planning and a sprinkle of dedication, you can transform even the smallest of spaces into a flourishing oasis of health and vitality. The first step in planning your organic garden is choosing the right location. Consider areas that get at least 6 hours of sunlight daily, as most vegetables and fruits thrive in full sun. If you're working with limited space, don't fret. Container gardening is a fantastic alternative, allowing you to grow a variety of plants on patios, balconies, and even windowsills. Understanding your soil is key to a successful organic garden. Different plants have different soil requirements, but generally a well-draining soil rich in organic matter is desirable. You can test your soil's pH level to determine its acidity or alkalinity. Most plants prefer a neutral to slightly acidic soil. If your soil doesn't match up, don't despair. Adding organic compost can help improve its texture and nutrient content. When designing your garden layout, remember to rotate crops and interplant. Crop rotation aids in preventing soil-borne diseases and pest infestations, while interplanting or growing different plants together can deter pests and maximize space. Consider the mature size of plants and their root systems when planning. This will prevent overcrowding and ensure each plant gets the nutrients it needs. Lastly, don't forget about water access. Your garden will need a reliable water source, but remember, too much water can be just as harmful as too little. Water your garden in the early morning or late evening to minimize evaporation, and consider setting up a rain barrel to collect and conserve water. With the right planning, you can create a thriving organic garden in your backyard. Remember, organic gardening is more than just avoiding chemicals. It's about fostering biodiversity, improving soil health, and creating a sustainable environment where plants, insects, and microorganisms can thrive. So, are you ready to plan your organic garden? The heart of organic gardening lies in the plants you choose and how you care for them. When selecting plants, opt for those that are naturally resistant to pests and diseases. These hardy varieties are well equipped to thrive in your specific climate and soil conditions, minimizing the need for chemical interventions. Next, let's focus on how we can enrich the soil naturally. A healthy, vibrant garden begins from the ground up, literally. Instead of reaching for chemical fertilizers, consider compost, green manures, and organic mulches. Compost, made from decomposed organic matter, is a gardener's gold. It enriches the soil, provides nutrients, and enhances the soil's water retention capabilities. Green manures like clover or alfalfa can be grown to cover bare soil and then turned into the earth to improve its fertility. Organic mulches such as straw or wood chips can be spread on the soil surface to retain moisture, suppress weeds, and gradually improve soil structure. Water conservation is another key aspect of organic gardening. Techniques like rainwater harvesting and drip irrigation can help you use water more efficiently, saving this precious resource and also reducing the pressure on your plants. Pest and disease management is a concern for every gardener, but it doesn't have to involve harmful chemicals. In an organic garden, we aim to create a balanced ecosystem where beneficial insects thrive to keep pests in check. Companion planting, where certain plants are grown together for mutual benefit, can also deter pests. For more persistent problems, consider homemade organic sprays made from ingredients like garlic, chili, or soap. Finally, let's talk about organic fertilizers. While compost is a fantastic start, you can also consider options like compost tea, fish emulsion, and bone meal. These natural fertilizers provide a slow release of nutrients, promoting the steady growth of your plants without the risk of chemical burn or nutrient runoff. Remember, organic gardening is all about working with nature, not against it. By choosing the right plants, enriching the soil naturally, conserving water, managing pests and diseases organically, and using natural fertilizers, you're not just growing a garden, you're cultivating a healthy ecosystem. Scene script. Like any garden, an organic garden requires regular maintenance to stay healthy and productive. Organic gardens thrive when they are tended regularly, and the first step in maintaining it is weeding. Weeds compete with your plants for nutrients, water, and sunlight, so it's essential to remove them regularly. But remember, in an organic garden, weeding is done by hand or with a hoe, not by using chemical herbicides. Next comes pruning. Pruning helps to improve the health and productivity of your plants. By removing dead or diseased branches, you allow your plants to focus their energy on growth and fruit production. It also helps to improve air circulation and sunlight penetration, reducing the likelihood of disease. Crop rotation is another vital aspect of organic garden maintenance. This practice involves changing the location of certain types of crops each year. This is done to prevent the buildup of pests and diseases that can occur when the same crop is planted in the same place year after year. Crop rotation also helps to maintain soil fertility, as different crops have different nutrient requirements. Another crucial maintenance task is the application of organic fertilizers. Unlike synthetic fertilizers, organic fertilizers not only provide nutrients to your plants, but also improve the structure and fertility of your soil. Homemade compost, well-rotted manure, or worm castings are excellent choices for organic fertilizers. Regular inspection of your plants for signs of pests or disease is also important. Early detection can make the difference between losing a plant and saving it. If you notice a problem, use organic methods to treat it. For example, you can attract beneficial insects that prey on harmful pests, or you can use homemade organic sprays. And lastly, don't forget the value of patience. Organic gardening is a journey, not a destination. It takes time to build a healthy, productive, organic garden. But with each season, you'll learn more about your plants, your soil, and the local ecosystem. And with each harvest, you'll reap the rewards of your hard work and dedication. A well-maintained organic garden can provide you with fresh, healthy produce all year round. The reward of organic gardening is the fresh, chemical-free produce you can enjoy. This sweet victory, however, depends on your timing and technique of harvesting and storing your produce. When it comes to harvesting, timing is everything. Vegetables like zucchini and cucumbers are best harvested when they are young and tender. For tomatoes, look for a uniform, vibrant color. Leafy greens can be picked as soon as they are large enough to eat. The key is to harvest early and often, which also encourages the plants to produce more. After harvesting, the next step is storage. Proper storage helps maintain the flavor and nutritional value of your produce. Most fruits and vegetables keep best in a cool, humid environment. Potatoes, onions, and garlic, for instance, prefer a cool, dark, and dry place. Root vegetables like carrots and beetroot can be stored right in the garden by covering them with a thick layer of straw or leaves. For leafy greens, wrapping them loosely in a damp cloth and storing in the fridge can keep them fresh. Most fruits except bananas and tomatoes can be stored in the fridge. Remember, don't wash your produce until you're ready to use it, as moisture can encourage spoilage. With organic gardening, you not only get to enjoy delicious, healthy food, but you also contribute to a healthier planet. Organic gardening is more than just a hobby. It's a powerful way to improve our health and protect our planet. By choosing to garden organically, we are making a stand against harmful chemicals, and in doing so, we are not only boosting our own well-being, but we are also contributing positively to the overall health of our environment. By embracing organic practices, we encourage a rich diversity of life in our gardens, from beneficial insects to vital microorganisms in the soil. Our plants grow stronger, naturally resistant to pests and diseases, and the fruits and vegetables we harvest are more nutritious, more flavorful, and free of chemical residues. Moreover, organic gardening is about connecting with nature, experiencing the joy of nurturing life from seed to harvest, and reaping the rewards of our labor in the most satisfying way. So, are you ready to start your organic gardening journey? The only thing standing between you and a healthier, more sustainable lifestyle is your willingness to start.